And we're not done with social media just yet. I have a list for you. These are the biggest social media platforms in the world. You can see which countries they belong to. The top 4 are American: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. Then comes WeChat and TikTok. Both of these are based in China. You also have Facebook Messenger, Snapchat, and Telegram. So these are all American or Chinese. Now let me show you another list. It shows the number of social media users in each country. China is at number 1. They have around 1 billion users. India is at number 2. We have close to 755 million users. Then comes the US, Indonesia, Brazil, Russia, and Japan. Now, if you contrast these two lists, there's a story. The US and China have large numbers of social media users, so they also have a lot of homegrown social media platforms. But India doesn't. We are number 2 in market size, but not even a single Indian platform makes it to the top league. Why is that? And to be clear, Indian social media platforms do exist, like ShareChat, based in Bengaluru, or Koo, which was supposed to rival Twitter. But each of them has a different problem. Koo doesn't have enough users. They had around 9 million users in July 2022. But by January this year, it was down to 4 million. So it's losing traction. ShareChat is doing better on user count. They claim to have 180 million active monthly users, but they're not profitable. ShareChat is burning money. They fired 20% of their staff in January this year, so user count alone may not be enough. You need to check multiple boxes. The question is, why haven't Indian companies been able to do that? And we'll get to that question. But first, let's also look at India's social media landscape. Around 52% of the population in India has internet, 52%. Every month, there are 470 million active users. They spend around 2.6 hours on social media. They use around 8 social media platforms, so the potential is very much there. By the next decade, India will be the second largest market for social media advertising. China will be the first. That is the projection. Why then have Indian platforms not emerged or taken off? We can think of 4 major reasons. Number 1, we are a late entry into the market. The social media boom was in the late 2000s. India completely missed that bus. We can still catch up. But for that, you need a revolutionary feature or addition. Like TikTok, it came up with short videos. WhatsApp came up with direct messaging. Twitter became a town hall. So far, Indian companies have failed to do that. Most of them have only replicated foreign social media platforms. So that's one reason. Number 2 is the brain drain. Don't think that Indians are not building social media companies. They are. But Indians are doing so in the Silicon Valley. Indian entrepreneurship is still work in progress. You can't have top talent working mostly for foreign companies. You need them to stay back and to innovate in India. Reason number 3, the need for massive capital infusement. We're talking about a very busy space here. You're taking on the likes of Google, Facebook, Twitter. Is it possible? Yes, it is. But you will need hundreds of millions of dollars. Who will take that bet in such gloomy markets? Plus, big tech is like the ocean. The big fish eat the smaller ones. Think back to WhatsApp and Instagram. When they became a threat, Facebook just went ahead and bought them. We can't rule out similar things in India. We talked about ShareChat. Google has already invested some $300 million in that company. So money is the third reason. Reason number 4, India's language barriers. American social media platforms use English. Chinese social media platforms use Mandarin. What language will Indian ones use? There is no exact data on English speakers in this country. But in 2012, a report said 10% of the population in India knows English, speaks English. Now, ideally, there would be an app that transcends language, maybe using AI or translators. No one in India developed such a platform. Guess who did? WhatsApp. You can now use WhatsApp in multiple Indian languages. And these are just 4 of the major reasons. I'm sure there are many more, smaller ones. In 2020, Indian tech firms had the perfect opportunity to go big. TikTok and other Chinese apps had been banned. Everyone was looking for an alternative, but none came. So Instagram took over the market. Right now, it's probably too late. Even if you innovate, there is no guarantee of success. If you do something different, Facebook can do it. In fact, they can do it better. This Threads platform is the best example of that. If something as established as Twitter can be challenged, What hope do new platforms have? Having said that, it's important to keep trying. We are in the middle of a very crucial decade. We don't know how things will pan out. So here's hoping there will soon be an Indian Twitter or Threads.